Good morning and welcome to week 2. First things first, some housekeeping. In week 1, we were to get Stu Kent logged in and ready to go. If you are having problems with that, let me know. Shoot me an email. We'll get through it, okay? So this is not a time for you to panic and think that you've got to drop the class because that link didn't work the other day or something. Yes, we use Stu Kent in this class for our textbook, for our quizzes, and for a couple of other things. So yes, you have to have it. There's no way around it, and we start with it on day 1. But if the link wasn't working or something was wrong with your access code or whatever, just please reach out to me. Because I need us all on the same page as quickly as we can get there. But the first week of school is full of bumps and bruises and technology issues and all of it, okay? So if there is still a challenge with Stu Kent for our class, I need you to shoot me an email and let me know, okay? Week 2, we're actually in chapter 1 full on this week, and it is titled Developing the Entrepreneurial Mindset. And this is not going to be a lecture video. This is just me going over what's expected this week. But I'll do another video on more about what's inside the chapter separately. So chapter 1, there are some slides. If you like using PowerPoint slides to make notes or follow along, or those are inside of Stu Kent, and there's a link in each chapter that says student resources. And when you're inside the ebook, on the left hand side is the table of contents, and you'll see in chapter 1 you'll see something that says introduction, learning objectives, and then 1.1, which is learning about yourself. That's where we got the links for the 3 personality assessments last week. If you haven't done those because of technology issues or whatever, go ahead and get that done because we need to use those results this week. Section 2 is plan the work the plan. Section 3 is the entrepreneurship lifestyle. And then there's a glossary, your chapter 1 quiz. There is a link that says assignments and projects. Not all of our, we will not do all of the assignments that are listed where it says assignments and projects. So your list, the accurate list of what to do each week, it will be in Blackboard in the folder in the folder every week is what I'm trying to say. And then you should see a link that says student resources. In that, you're going to see a thing of lecture slides that you can use while you're reading your chapter if you want. And that's it, basically. This week, as far as after reading your chapter, this week, we're doing chapter 1. We are reviewing the slides if that's something that you like to do with your study. And I am not going to make an hour-long lecture video and just start scrolling through the slides. I'm not doing that. Hear me. Those slides are for your benefit. So if you want to use them, please do so. There is an assignment called the Jasmine Abrams worksheet. Now, Jasmine is a student starting a business, and we are going to follow her journey, and we're going to help her out. So it is a fill-in-the-blank style worksheet. So plenty of directions, things like that. It's going to ask you to help her build her business in steps. And so this week, after doing your personality assessments, we're going to make a recommendation to Jasmine based on what you learned through those. So make sure that you do that. You're going to see inside of Stu Kent that worksheet, and you're going to see it inside of Blackboard. Use the one in Blackboard, and here's why. The one in Stu Kent has like 10 different things to do. The one in Blackboard only has 2. The one in Student was a little long, I thought. So I cut it down, and the one in Blackboard is the one I want you to use. So you're going to help Jasmine with her SMART goals is what you're doing, but there's only 2 of them. There's not a bazillion, which is how the one in Student reads. So work in the worksheet, type your answers inside the worksheet itself, save it, submit it in the link inside of the week 2 folder in Blackboard. There is a discussion 1. It's titled discussion 1. No, it's not. It's titled week 2 discussion. I'm sorry. Anyway, and we're talking about those personality assessments that you took last week. So make sure that you have those results handy, because I'm going to ask you to respond to the week 2 discussion board based on that information. Also, you're going to take a chapter 1 quiz, and the link to that is both in Blackboard and in Student. And if I'm honest, even the link in Blackboard is going to take you directly to Student because the questions are embedded inside the Student link. It's open book. So keep in mind, I mean, it doesn't mean, I'm not necessarily going to say it's going to let you read the question and then go back into the book and look it up. But honestly, while you're reading and taking notes, we're not locking down your browser. I'm not preventing you from, it is open book. That's how I set it up. So it may not let you toggle back and forth between the ebook and the quiz though. So kind of keep that in mind. Okay, so to reiterate, chapter 1, read all of it before doing anything else. Use the slides if you need them. Make sure that you do the Jasmine Abrams worksheet. Make sure you do the discussion board, and then your chapter 1 quiz. Next question for you. Did you sign up for Remind last week? Not many of us did. There are like 30 of us in this class together. I think 6 signed up for Remind. Remind is a messaging app that will allow us to send, honestly, basically text messages minus not having to share everybody's cell phone number. You don't have to use it, but if there is a major issue and I need to get information to you quickly, I'm going to put an announcement in Blackboard. You get an email, and then you get a Remind message. I would turn on the notifications. My notifications are turned on too. That way, if you need to reach out to me, I can get it quickly. Also, set up your student email in such a way that you remember to check it every day, once a day. And that's not just for me. Your financial aid information comes to your student email. Your, you name it, whatever it is. Announcements, college happenings, that kind of stuff. Transfer stuff, whatever. Make a habit to check your student email every day. Go sign up for Remind so that we can text back and forth. I do not work inside the office on campus every day, so Remind and email is the best. I am there all the time, I'm working all the time, but I'm also, like I'm working from home today. I'll be at the South Campus one day next week. Our aviation facility is in North Rock, and I'm there sometimes too. I am not sitting staring at the phone waiting on you to call. So you calling and leaving me a voicemail in the office is not ideal in any capacity. So email and Remind. I want you to communicate with me openly. I want to hear from you. If you're struggling, I want to hear from you. If you're not struggling and you're having a great day, I want to hear from you. If you loved that assignment, I want to hear from you. If you hated it, tell me, but be gentle with your words. Open communication as much as possible. You absolutely can stop by my office anytime you're in the building and come say, hey, I would love that. I would love that. My office hours are on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. I try to make sure if I'm working off campus, it's not on those days. That way you always know that on those days, unless I'm home with a sick kid, which is what happened yesterday, I'll be there. But just know that I'm not sitting by the phone eagerly waiting on the world to call. So email and remind is the best way to do that. But in turn, you have to check your student email for my response every day. And you get bonus points if you sign up for a remind. So there you go. Again, if you're struggling or if something's wrong with your access code for the book, or don't get overwhelmed, but reach out to me. I want to help. I really do. I am not the person that's going to tell you to just go drop because it didn't work the other day. That's not me. Do you have to buy the book? You do. You do. There's not a way around it. There is no way to pass this class without having the book and the access code. There's no way. So keep that in mind. However, if there are any issues, reach out to me first, please. Any of my former students or any of the students that have had me more than once, they will tell you that I am the one that's going to work with you. But you have got to talk to me first. You have to reach out. So if you're struggling, if there are issues, whatever, shoot me an email. Let me know, and we'll get through it, okay? I want you to have a great week. Holler at me if you need me, and let's get started.